But yeah, this is for River City Limits. I'm Eric Godsey. I do every other Saturday, second Saturdays, and I'm here with Valentin Prince.
What's up, Eric?
His friends may call him Val.
They may.
They may.
They may. If they get in good with me, they can call me that.
Oh, okay. So I should call you Valentin.
No. You call me Val.
Oh,
you call me Val.
I made a friend. Cool. Yeah, so we're at your studio. We don't need to say where, but this is not at WRIR, which is normally how I do this.
This location cannot be disclosed, actually.
Yep. They blindfolded me before I got here. So, how long have you been in Richmond?
I moved to Richmond in 2022, I think it was.
Okay.
Fall 2022.
It's like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
COVID's wrapping up. The scene is opening up.
Yep. Yeah, it was. I feel like I was always destined to move here. I lived in Harrisonburg for a number of years, and always kind of had my eye on Richmond. But things didn't work out for one way or another to get here. But I ended up here eventually, which I always felt I would.
Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, everybody who lives here talks about how much they love it here, and then how often does that happen anywhere anyone is, where they're like hometown.
Yeah.
But there is something special about this place, and you can see it when bands are touring, right?
For sure.
And they come and they're hanging out, and they're like, there's people at the show that aren't talking, and they're just so amazed, especially because we're in the South. So I think we get kind of judged or prejudged.
Yeah. No, the scene here is outstanding. I mean, since moving here, I've dived into producing and performing music intensely, which has to be because of the environment that I'm in. It just feels so unbelievably supportive of it and encouraging. So many people are doing it here. It's like, of course I want to also try,
Yeah, there's so many avenues, and there's not a lot of competition. No one's ever talking mess about somebody else.
Despite it being an extremely densely populated scene, I would agree. There seem to be enough pockets of different genres and different little cultures that there's not a lot of clashing going on.
Nice. So I was talking to you about my radio show before, and that's kind of what I draw on, plus all the podcasts I listen to. But we don't have 2 hours, which I used to fill. But I would always start with, what got you started playing music? Yeah. I always find that interesting. Was it a big brother, that cool big brother? Or was it friends or, rebellion?
My relationship with it it's a bit of a long one, but I'll try to give you the shorter version. But when I was 8 years old, I grew up in Boston. That's where I spent my preteen years, and I played Guitar Hero way before I picked up a guitar. So when I was 6, 7, I was playing Guitar Hero. And of course, I think when parents see that, they're thinking is this going to become an actual thing, or is this just a game? But I got really into it, and it's doing the hard difficulties and stuff as a kid. And my parents were, very supportive. They're both not innately musical, but they both had guitars, let's put it that way. And my dad showed me some cowboy chords, and the pentatonic scale and stuff like that.
That's what I call them too, the cowboy chords.
Yeah, open chords, And I think I just took to it. I think I was already into guitar music, classic rock and stuff, through that video game. So it just seemed like a natural progression. And I took to it from there. And I for whatever reason, I think I did have a natural kinship with the guitar. I don't know. I feel lucky that it was put in my hands at that point. And so my parents did what they could to cultivate that. They were not strictly, they didn't say go do lessons. They're very free flowing people, but they definitely encouraged me. So the next, I would say, 6 or 8 years, I was pretty obsessed and played guitar a lot in my bedroom. I didn't do sports. I didn't do after-school clubs or anything like that. Yeah. That was my thing. And I think as much as I appreciate him, I think my dad pretty quickly ran out of resources of his own,
to help you out.
Yeah. So he would play chords behind me and just let me solo,
it's
rip the pentatonic. It's the
obsession, though. The obsession. Yeah.
So that was that's my introduction. So I was obsessed with classic rock and all that stuff that preteen boys get into, and copying stuff off YouTube and So that would be my introduction.
Copying stuff off of YouTube. Okay, so
Yeah.
are you comfortable saying your age?
Yeah, I'm 29.
29.
Yeah.
I'm 37, so I always like, we didn't have YouTube, or I would have been, I mean, why aren't you obsessing over YouTube? Like, you
Right.
have this, holy moly, that's
Oh,
such a
dude.
great way to learn if
insane.
you don't get distracted by like cats playing with yarn balls.
Right.
But you need a break too, so.
Right. No, there's a lot there, man. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I never had a proper teacher. I think I'm just too stubborn and for that kind of thing, but
Oh, really?
which is like not necessarily something to be proud of. It's definitely been a detriment at times, but also I'm really driven too, so it kind of works. But so I'm quote unquote self-taught. I'm doing scare quotes right now, but my thought about that is like just imitate until you feel that you're doing something unique or creative. So that was really always been my approach. So YouTube, I would go down rabbit holes of watching all these unbelievable guitarists and old videos of, the classic rock guys and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Hendrix and those guys, and just try to sound anything like them until I got somewhere in that ballpark, and then use that as an inspiration. So it's kind of like a brute force approach. I mean, it's just like hours of trying and failing,
I mean,
But it has kind of worked,
Yeah. No, I think that's like, there's no one way, but I feel like that's the more popular way, even with those guys. Who are they listening to? And
right,
their
stuff.
Their technology is limited. I was different, but I started on drums, but I would start to try to learn a song and I'd be like, this is too hard.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to find my own way. And
Yeah.
I kind of regret that. Like, I watched all my friends learn Green Day songs and Blink-182 songs. And sure, I learned some of those too, but I didn't want to do the same thing everybody else was doing.
Yeah.
And I think that actually hurt me a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that you try to imitate it. You're not going to quite get there, but it just adds to your arsenal of, vocabulary.
I think I got lucky. Like it easily could have been. It's just something that puttered out. I don't know why that it did stick, but for whatever reason, it was a way for me that worked. And yeah, and I always, to my detriment, I never feel like I've arrived at a finish line of skill or taste or anything. So I'm really self-critical with everything I play and make, which sucks because I don't often feel good about what I'm doing. But
who does?
I know. But the plus side is that I continually strive to get better. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, I'm never quite happy with what I've done, so I'll try to hone it,
Sure.
And through that is growth. But maybe at some point I can find a more healthy balance of appreciating what I have done, but still striving to improve. I don't know. It's tricky.
What we're going to do is I'm going to listen to a song off the album with you in real time.
That's right. In the past, a week ago from what you're listening to, but real time for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're confused, it's okay out there. We just went around in a circle. But I am excited to hear it because I saw you play at Scuffletown.
Oh, yeah.
Which we can talk about on the radio. It's not the internet.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a secret thing, but everybody knows.
They just don't want it like blasted online with some stupid filter on it or whatever. Cool. So what's the album called?
The album's called Kiss Your Hands.
Okay. And is this your first album, like serious album?
I would say second. I have a self-titled album. It's just called Valentin Prince that came out in October 2024.
Okay, so last year.
Yeah, about a year later, I'm doing this one. Yeah, I've got like some other stuff out there, some singles and EPs, and a few just guitar albums it's all cool, but this is now much more intentional, I would say.
Yeah, it seems like you're taking it very seriously.
Yeah,
as you
hopefully
should.
Not too seriously.
Okay,
but yeah, just seriously enough.
And the musicians that were at Scuffletown, are those the ones on the album?
No, for all this stuff I'm recording, it's just me against myself.
Yeah. Against yourself.
Maybe I should say with myself.
Yourself.
What am I slipping through? What's the Freudian slip there? Yeah, an internal battle rages between me and the other musicians who are all me.
Well, I mean, when you're in the studio by yourself and you have all the time in the world.
Oh yeah, dude.
You can overthink everything. Who was that with? what studio, or you did it here?
That's here. Yeah, it's all self.
In this space?
Yeah, the space we're in now.
That we can't tell you what this
which
is.
has no name.
It has no name.
No location.
Cool. Well, what song do you want to play me first?
I was going to play you the title track, Kiss Your Hands.
Kiss Your Hands.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Nice, dude. So we were talking before we started rolling just about how I'm not a super lyrics guy. And I'm not, but the egret flies, that's great. I don't know.
Oh, thanks.
Like little things will stick out to me, but
Yeah.
I don't stress myself out trying to figure out what the song was about or anything like that.
Yeah.
The fact that you recorded an album by yourself and the things that I'm interested in immediately, it sounds fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I like the stereo separation.
Yeah.
The kind of minimal use of percussion.
Yeah.
Is there other drums in there?
It's just
Like some chicks and some
all
shakers?
all the drums for this album are all single overhead mic on the drums.
Okay.
And there's a shaker in there.
Yeah.
And then the guitars are played kind of rhythmically. The
Exactly.
acoustic guitars, so yeah.
And then how it's mixed.
Yeah.
But you had a drummer at Scuffletown.
Yeah. My good friend Ben Eisenberg, who
Yeah.
I actually share the space with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the title track.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go so deep into the whys of what you're saying. I think that kind of messes up one's listening to the album, you know?
I lyrically, I would say it's interesting. When I listen to music, I personally, the lyrics are one of the last things I really latch on to. I would say it does matter, but I am, like, my listening history is more R&B, soul, jazz, hip hop, rock, and stuff that's like pretty rhythmically driven, funk.
Mm-hmm.
So that's obviously not what this is. This is more like pop songwriter, folk world. So for this record, I did try a lot harder in the lyrics, because I feel like I was going for a very spare instrumentation, vocal forward thing. So I put a lot more work into the lyrics. So.
And you had something on your heart that you wanted to say. You
For sure.
Probably weren't sure how to say it right away.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like managing difficult feelings is the theme of this record.
And they can sound so cheesy when you're writing in your journal or whatever. That's why I don't write songs, man. I read it back and I'm like, this is awful.
I think the best thing with lyrics for me has been say something you really mean, right? But obscure it just enough, and that can vary, taste wise. If you like listen to Radiohead song, most people, you're not gonna know what the hell he's actually saying, but it's cool. Like, it works in that context, right? I don't want to go that far, not quite that abstract, but it's really tricky to get it right, because if you're too literal, and this is my taste, in my opinion, but if you're too literal, I think you do lose, you can stand to lose some weight to what you're actually saying, which is kind of ironic, but yeah, it's like there's something in the middle there that is magic. That's what I tried to do. I think I may have aired on the literal a little bit on this record, but I don't know. People will tell me.
Maybe.
Yeah, or maybe they won't. They'll just be like, "Oh man, he said that."
Well, if you ask them.
Yeah, which I will never do.
Cool. Let's listen to another one.
Right on.
I loved you too much. I didn't love enough. Why between us? Oh, but in the rough. Anything that burns that bright, gonna hurt to look at in the eye. Things that keep you up at night, enough to make you say goodbye. My baby, change your mind. You're gone, but I'm not far behind. Don't wanna get over you. I know the only way out is through. Anything that burns that bright, gonna hurt to look it in the eye. All the things that keep you up at night, enough to make you say goodbye. It's all I am. Give it to you in my hand. It's all I am. Give it all to be your man. It's all I am. Give it to you in my hand. If it's all I am, if it's not enough, all I am, baby, that's enough. It's all I am. It's all I am.
Yeah, it's easier talking about the song when it's still kind of reverberating in my brain.
Right.
I don't know what that like nostalgia is, or like that 90s kind of thing. Are you doing one of the like the power chords with the 9 in it or something? Is it one of those?
It's I do know the chord you're talking about.
I get
and
real
love it.
nerdy about
Yeah.
that stuff, and half the listeners are like, "What?" But
Like, who cares?
yeah, but I
no,
care.
Well, most of these songs were written in alternate tunings, which is pretty rare for me, actually.
Okay.
I really was trying to just go for something different. So, I mean, it really is amazing. Like, if you're struggling to write a song, if you just tune your guitar weird and
Yeah.
then make some random shapes and try to write with that, it's kind of crazy how much easier it feels sometimes. It doesn't always work, but it really does break you out of whatever noodling that you would just do when you pick up
Sure.
your guitar. Because all of a sudden your guitar is tuned weird and you can't play most things.
Yeah.
So you're forced to.
You have to go on a little journey to find it.
Yeah, exactly. Which is really cool. I love that limitation.
Is a lot of this stuff, I'm hearing like a guitar on the left and then a guitar on the right, like pretty heavily panned.
Yeah.
Playing slightly different things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of it is like
Not to give away all the secrets.
it's all there. You can hear it pretty clearly. I
But
think.
also, you mentioned you may want to like record other people, or you're thinking about that.
Yeah.
So I'm here in the studio, and I didn't even see the other room.
I know, right?
But the drums are in another room,
Right.
which makes more sense. It's pretty legit in here, man. It sounds
Oh, thanks,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Thanks. I mean, I'm growing as a recording engineer and producer. I would say I'm not a mixing engineer. I did mix this record,
Yeah.
which I think I was able to accomplish because there are so few elements.
pretty simple, yeah.
Like it was, every element that I added was extremely intentional. So
Mm-hmm.
it was more on the recording side that I was making those decisions that made it then easy to mix, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
But then I did have my friend Danny Gibney in Harrisonburg master this, so that's probably part of some of the polish you hear.
How much of a difference do you notice just for the musicians out there? There's
Yeah.
a lot of people doing things themselves. There's people that are like, why do you need a master? Are you sure? And I've even questioned that sometimes. That silly little Richmond Rip song I did,
Yeah.
we mixed it at Moonwalker and it sounded great then.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you give it to someone to master it, they really can. But in fact, I had to tell them to turn down the bass. I was like, it's too much bass.
Yeah. Oh man, I think it just totally depends. Like in this instance, I feel like it made a massive difference.
Yeah.
For me, because I'll just like after I do a mix, I'll just like throw a limiter on the master to get it loud to kind of approximate, what it might sound like when it was done and mastered.
Sure.
But when I handed it over to Danny, I just turned that off. And yeah, I don't know exactly what he did. I don't really ask with that kind of thing. I like for some parts of the process to remain mystery and magic. But he made it sound so much better.
There's a lot that goes into that. I think people think mastering is just a compressor, but when I told the person who mastered my thing what I was talking about, he was like, "Oh, well, Spotify has these certain specifications and this, and it really does matter per medium or platform or whatever."
I think just getting another mind in the process, somebody who knows more about the technical side of audio. I think it's also peace of mind for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it just totally depends on what you're trying to achieve. I think it's really important if you're going for certain sounds, like more modern sounds, more loud, more dry, more in your face type stuff. But if you're writing and recording garage or punk, I mean, it may not be as important to you. I mean, don't quote me though. I'm an artist first, not an engineer.
Sure.
I want to make that clear. Yeah.
Well, it sounds great, and I
Oh,
want to
thanks,
give you the
dude.
compliment.
I appreciate that.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, are you going to release it on any kind of physical medium?
I'm doing CDs to start here. I have CDs already, but that's it for now.
Yeah.
It'll be a streaming thing. But I have a couple more records coming out, so I'm trying to figure out how I can spread the budget to accommodate all the physical sides of that.
Yeah, we're in a weird time now where like some people still buy vinyl, but it's too expensive to.
Dude,
You have to do. There's a limit. Like you can't do more than. I don't know how many. I've never done it with a band.
Yeah.
50 at least.
50
but
or 100 or something.
that doesn't even sound like a lot.
Yeah.
But try selling 50 of your records to people who may or may not care.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you can sell. You can probably count on 8 being sold to
8.
your mom, your uncle,
There you
your
go.
sister, and all that stuff.
No, man, I got a big family.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Let's hear the third song.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not fair for me to ask you to stay, but you can't go away. It's not fair fair for you to say that you're falling for me. 'Cause you don't know how far I fell. It's in those words I'll never tell. But I'll put on my bravest face, and I'll hold it till you leave this place. Give me my sword, give me my shield, and the better part of me revealed. Come here, my love, don't ever stop, and we'll go again from the top. And I know we don't have too long, so let's try again before it's gone. Though my grip is weak, I'm holding on. So let's try again before it's gone. Let's just try again before it's gone. So let's run it back from the start. So let's run it back from the start. 'Cause I'd rather have you take my heart than to never let this thing start.
A lot of vulnerability in those
Yeah,
vocals.
for
It's
sure,
a little
for sure.
frail sounding almost.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the intention.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
we just listened to Sword and Shield, which is near the end of the album, but it was the first song that I recorded for the whole project.
Interesting how that happens.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting what's on my mind because I'm so distracted by all the musical things in here. I said the vocals were vulnerable and
Yeah.
intimate, but there's also like a hiss. And you didn't do this to tape, but something is letting the air in a little bit.
For sure.
And sometimes that's a cool choice to make.
Yeah, I really
Or
like,
you can't, you messed up and you
Right,
have
I
to deal
just,
with it.
yeah, that was totally intentional. Like, oh, I thought that Danny got
But
rid
what
of
is that that I'm hearing? What's getting that little bit of hiss?
I think you're just hearing, it's a lot of distant mics
Okay.
on stuff like the drums and the acoustic guitar in the room. Mm-hmm. So probably I think piled up.
Well, you
like,
got that. It's a pretty big room, and
Yeah.
so if the room doesn't sound bad, why not let
Totally.
it in?
I really have switched from trying to eliminate all noise to welcoming just the right amount, because as you're saying, it really does liven things and make it feel more real and more organic. And you can still have pop production and like clean performances,
Yeah.
but I think in the past I may have erred too far into the cleanliness, and I'm very interested in trying to find the right amount of grit while still being listenable, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, one way has been just moving anything I'm recording, I'll consider moving the mic further away from the source. Like for my vocals especially, as opposed to being right up on the mic, I've been going further and further and further
Really,
back.
they sound close. Yeah, but you also don't. They're not very heavily affected.
Yeah, I think it's a couple layers and just the mic has turned it pretty hot and there's a decent amount of compression on it. But yeah, you can really get away with backing up from the mic way further than I realized. I mean, in this environment, a small room is
Yeah, you got
relatively
sound
treated.
panels.
Yeah.
And although I can hear a band practicing somewhere, I don't
Somewhere
think
else
the
in the
mics
building.
are picking that up.
Hopefully not.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is my final personal question,
Uh-huh.
just because I love playing bass, but I started on drums and then I learned guitar, and I would always mess around on bass. I did find a bass in my attic, which is like a thing, right? But
Everybody's got a bass in their attic.
yeah, it was like my mom's boyfriend from a long time ago, and she's like, "We need to give that back to him." I was like, "Mom, how old were you?" She was like 19. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, he's forgotten about that bass.
But anyway,
for sure.
I just you're a very good guitar player, and
Thank you.
This album doesn't really show like all the
Right.
goofy stuff that you can
For
do.
sure.
We didn't talk about what's the Fromage band?
Oh yeah, a duo I do with Stu.
It's
Kimball.
almost weird that you're the same person that does that.
Yeah,
Fast, like acoustic, like very
super fast,
impressive.
acoustic, upbeat, technical.
Technical, yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. Like I have that side of me. I feel like I developed the guitar side so much. But now that I can do all the things I wanted to do, I don't want to do them. Like
wow.
now I want to sing songs.
Good for
now
you.
I want to
You mastered
humble brag.
Django Reinhardt jazz guitar.
Did not master. I'm
Can you do it with one finger?
No, definitely not.
Is that what he did? Was
I
it
think
one?
it was like 1.5 or 2.5 or something like that. I think it might have been 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that project called?
Oh, Fromage.
Oh, Fromage.
We don't play too often. We both
No.
are super busy, but
It's a treat.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's been tricky to try to figure out what direction to put all my energy into, and I have had to recently make, I would say, sacrifices to try to pursue what I think is most personal and dear to me, which is this kind of stuff where it's really about songwriting. It's really about personal expression. And ultimately, like, I can't control what people think of me publicly or whatever. Like, that's a kind of a losing battle.
We're not supposed to
no matter what.
care, right?
And yeah, it's not cool to care. Like, we all pretend that we don't care, but then try to curate our image very, very heavily. But yeah, all that to say, like, it's been tricky to figure out. I guess really for me personally, like, what do I want to do? And I think I've settled into it in the past year or so, pretty strongly. But a lot of that involves consciously not doing other things, just focusing your vision. So unfortunately saying no to things and stuff like that. But yeah, it feels good. To focus on one thing and to lead with what I really feel is real for me is satisfying and terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sharing this with me.
Yeah,
early,
for sure.
And I'm glad we worked it out. It's well, yada yada. I only do this radio show every other week, and not everybody's doing interviews, but this felt like a real interview.
That's good. That's good as opposed to what? At the end of the conversation, you're like, well, that was bad. Let's run that again.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we take that part out.
That's
but
cool.
It was really cool talking to you.
For sure, man.
And listening to your music with you, which is special. And is there anything more you want to say? So it's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this comes out later. But where do you want people to listen to it?
Yeah, so you can hear my new record, Kiss Your Hands, anywhere that you stream music. So Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, etc. Give me a follow on Instagram. I post pretty frequently. My username is unfortunately still Chiseled Glutes, which is a holdover from my days as a cyclist. I just haven't changed it, and I don't think I actually will. It's too funny.
Well, are your glutes still chiseled?
Honestly, no. That's the thing. I feel like a fraud.